Hi and welcome back to Sweets and Beyond. My name is Aida and today we're cooking empanadillas de pollo or chicken empanadas. Here are the ingredients. Here I have about 2 sprigs of cilantro and 2 sprigs of recao or culantro. This is the cilantro. This is how it looks. Everybody knows what cilantro is, but a lot of people don't know what culantro is. It's this long leaf. See how it is? It's kind of like, it has like rough edges over here. So I just cut up 2 chopped up fine cilantro and recao. Here I have about half of a Cuban pepper or Italian frying pepper. If you can't find that, you can use bell pepper. About a 1/4 cup of olive oil, 4 to 5 garlic cloves, half a medium onion, finely diced, 2 tablespoons of sofrito, a green bell pepper, but we're only going to be using half. We're going to be only using half of this white onion, some tomato sauce, 2 packages of bouillon cube, and here I have the masa for the dough, the empanadas. This is a different brand. This is white, and this is the one I like, the La Fe. But you can use any kind. Or if you can't find these, I have a video on how to make your own empanada dough. And the star of the dish, of course, the chicken. This chicken has already been shredded, but I'm going to show you now how to get this chicken. Okay, to make the chicken filling, all you do is, here I have 3 chicken breasts, and I use 2 packets of this, Mazola, sobrecitos de caldo y pollo. I use 2 of these, or you can use 2 bouillon cubes. I cut up 1 onion, you can see it here, 1 onion, half a bell pepper, and about 4 to 5 cloves of garlic. And I will boil it until the chicken is tender. Okay, so now the chicken is cooling off, it's nice and tender. Now we're going to make the sauce for the chicken. We're going to pour in the olive oil, and we're going to just place, and we're going to fry the rest of the ingredients. The sofrito. I just put in 2 garlic cloves in there. And I'm missing, oh, I forgot to mention a bay leaf. So we're just going to saute this until the onions are nice and tender and translucent. Okay, see the difference now? So now we're going to add the whole can. This is 8 ounces of the tomato sauce, and now is when we're going to add the cilantro and the culantro. And I forgot to mention, this is my own sazon that I make. You can find it on my channel too. If you don't make your own sazon, you can use a little envelope of Sazon Nor or Sazon Goya. So I'm just gonna add just maybe about a teaspoon. And I'm just going to stir this around, and I'm going to let it cook until it starts boiling. So it's nice and bubbly. Now I'm gonna add, I just rinsed the water, the tomato can. This is 2 cups of water. It doesn't seem like a lot, but once you shred that chicken, as you saw, it is a lot of chicken. So now this is at medium heat. We are just going to let this cook, and then we'll combine it with the shredded chicken. Okay, so it's been boiling for a while. See how nice and thicker it got? So now we're going to remove the bay leaf. And I have an immersion blender, but you can use your blender. And we're just going to burn your husband. You're just going to zhuzh it until it's nice and smooth. And then we will add it to the chicken. So look how nice and pretty the sauce came out. And my husband is fine. No burns. So all we're going to do is, since the chicken is cool, it's perfect because then this will go all over it. It looks like enchiladas, but believe me, it has Boricua taste to it. So now we're just going to mix it. I use a fork. We're going to mix it and we're going to let it sit for a few minutes. One, for it to cool down because nobody can touch this, it's too hot. And two, the chicken was cold because it, you know, when I shredded it. So it's gonna reheat the chicken. The chicken is gonna sop up all that yummy sauce, and then we're ready to make the empanadillas. Okay, so here's the chicken, and taste it for salt because the chicken on the outside, I know it boils with the bouillon cube, but taste it for salt. So see how nice and juicy it is, but we're not gonna use all this liquid because then when you bite into the empanadilla, all that juice will drip down your chin and burn you. So here is my dough. I wet the edges for it to get a nice seal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick at the chicken and squeeze it on the side. See the difference? See how nice and dry it is? So I'm going to squeeze it to the side and layer it right in here. There you go. Let me get this out of the way. And now we're just going to close it. Going to press it in the middle. And don't worry if that happens. Let me turn it around so you can see. If a little bit of the juice spills out, don't worry about it. You can just pat it dry. Just make sure, look at the air bubbles. Just make sure that you get all the air bubbles out. Then you're gonna wet a little again, and you're going to, with a fork, you're gonna crimp it shut. You don't need to do the other side because if you do it hard enough, it'll go through the other side. So here you have it, the first empanadilla de pizza. So I'm just going to set it to the side and I'm gonna do another one. So you can see, it's very easy. You get the plantilla. It's in Spanish it's called plantilla. Maybe pastry dough in English, I don't know. So I'm gonna squeeze out a little bit of the liquid. Place it. That's a nice piece right there. Put it right there. We're going to close it. All the air bubbles out. See, I can see the air bubbles. And wet a little the sides. And we're just going to crimp it again. And that is it. Now it's time to fry them. Okay, in a frying pan full of oil, about 1.5 inches of oil. I have it at medium-high heat. We're just going to lay the empanadillas, and that's what you want to see, that soft sizzle, because everything is the chicken inside is cooked, but we just want to cook the shell. So maybe a couple of minutes on each side. You just watch them, making sure that they don't burn. So now they're ready to flip. I know because I don't know if you can see it, but the tiny edges over here, they're starting to turn a little bit golden brown, and look at that. Perfect. So you're just going to fry them a couple of more minutes on the other side, and then it's time to eat. Okay, so here you have them, empanadillas de pollo. Have I said how much I love empanadillas? I'm gonna have to. Hear the crunchy. Look how beautiful this looks. And the best part is there's no chunks of excuse me, of the sofrito or anything. It's just the sauce and the chicken. So if you like this video, you know the drill. Give it a thumbs up. And after this, if you haven't subscribed, there's going to be a little box that says subscribe. Click on that if you haven't subscribed. Buen provecho. I don't even know where. And of course, you know it's hot. But yeah, it's so good. Try it.